Okay, in this movie we're going to talk about image size and canvas size, and there is a difference between the two. So what I have right here is my canvas, or my new document, which is my postcard document, and I have it as a 6x4 or 4x6 postcard. But one of the things that I'm wanting to do is bring in images. Now the canvas size I can change by going to Image, Canvas Size, and from Canvas Size I can see, okay, my size is 6.127 inches wide by 4.127 inches high. Now if I want to keep that relative and make it bigger, maybe I decided to make it a 5x9, then I would type in 9 inches, or a 5x7, let's do that, 7 inches wide by 5 inches tall. When I hit OK, now it made my canvas, or my new document, 7 inches wide by 5 inches tall. So that's a real easy way to change sizes if you're working on a document and you realize that it needs to be a different size than it already is. So that's one way of doing it. On a side note, when you do that, if you have an image put into this document and then you scale it up, it will become more pixelated. And let me show you how that would be. So I'm going to undo, which I just went to Command Z to undo. And from there, I'm going to place a bike JPEG. So I placed a bike JPEG. I'm going to, now to place it, you can either double click on the image or you can click the move tool and it will ask you if you want to place it. It's not placed until you see the bounding box or this transform box. It goes away. So I'm going to go ahead and place it, and now it's placed into my image. And so now if I go to my canvas size and I make my canvas bigger, you'll notice that it makes my image bigger too, which that you're not making it bigger unless you have a big image. Another thing to realize when you're building this is all these images, you don't want to scale them up or drag them really big if it's a big document and you're printing it, because it'll print out blurry. I'll talk about resolution and that in another video, but I just want to show the difference of canvas and image. And so now we'll go into the images. If I want to adjust the image, I make sure my image layer or my bikes layer is highlighted, and then I go up to Edit and I go to Transform and Scale, or I can do Rotate, Skew, Perspective, or any of these things. This is going to transform this image. I'll have another video that talks about transforming images, but right now I just want to show you that when I hit Scale, it pulls up that bounding box, and if I click on one of these corners, you see that it turns from two arrows curving to an arrow going kind of on a diagonal. If I click and drag, I can make this image smaller. And if I'm worried about it being skewed, I can hold down the Shift button and it'll keep it proportioned. So now when I let it go, you can see that the image has been scaled and it's not skewed in any way. That is how you insert an image and how you start to adjust it. We'll get into more of that, but I did want to talk about the difference between an image and the canvas. Now, images, you will also have multiple layers, and we'll get into that in another video as well.